The year 2021 has just begun, but we're already seeing some really good smartphones. And things promise to get better as we go along. With 5G smartphones coming into the market, phones are not only getting more powerful, but there are new features coming along too. We've seen what's in store for the flagship class already, with the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra impressing both critics and users. But that's not where it ends. With 5G coming to phones across price ranges this year, there's a lot to look forward to. Here's are the best upcoming phones in March 2021. According to the leak, the Redmi Note 10 will come with a 6.43-inch OLED display, and a punch hole cut out. The phone will feature the Qualcomm Snapdragon SoC, a 5000+ mAh battery with 33-watt fast charging support, and a 108-megapixel quad cameras with an 8-megapixel ultra-wide lens and a macro sensor for close-up shots. These are some pretty important details about the phone to leak ahead of launch later this week. Additionally, Xiaomi India head Kumar has confirmed that the Redmi Note 10 series will come with a 120Hz display and a 5-megapixel super macro lens. Samsung has announced the Galaxy A32 launch in India, and it will most likely be in March. The handset has already been introduced globally, with 5G-capable MediaTek Dimensity 720 SoC on board. In India, the Samsung mobile phone is expected to have a 4G chipset, which will be compensated by a 90Hz OLED display as opposed to a 60Hz screen on the global variant. The Samsung Galaxy A32 will also come with a 64-megapixel rear camera, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide 5-megapixel macro, and a 5-megapixel depth sensor, and which comes with 6GB RAM and 128GB storage, and a 5000 mAh battery, which comes with 4 color variants: black, white, blue and violet. Wevo S9 will go official in China on March 3. The upcoming S series offering from the brand is said to focus on design and selfie camera. The phone is expected to feature dual selfie cameras with a 44-megapixel primary sensor and a bathtub-like notch atop the display. The Wevo S9 is also rumored to be the world's first smartphone with MediaTek Dimensity 1100 chipset under the hood. Other specs of the phone could be a 6.5-inch 90Hz Full HD Plus OLED display, a 4000 mAh battery, a 33-watt fast charging, and a 64-megapixel camera at the back. Asus ROG Phone 5 India launch has been scheduled for March 10. The gaming-focused handset will be the successor to last year's ROG Phone 3. It'll most likely be powered by the Snapdragon 888 SoC, coupled with up to 16GB RAM. Asus ROG Phone 5 specs could also sport a 6.78-inch OLED display with a 144Hz refresh rate, a 6000 mAh battery with 65-watt fast charging support, and triple rear cameras with a 64-megapixel primary sensor. The ROG Phone 5 will come with a dedicated button around the back of the phone to activate gaming mode, as per rumors. The company is also rumored to launch a Snapdragon 870 SoC-powered Asus ROG Phone 5 Strix Edition phone at the event. The handsets will be Flipkart exclusive and are likely to be accompanied by gaming accessories. Realme 8 series launch in India has been teased by the brand's CEO head Madhav Sheth. The handset could go official in March in the country. At least one of the Realme 8 models, if not all, will feature a 108-megapixel camera, which the company will showcase at its camera-centric event on March 2. The specifications of the phone remain a mystery at the moment, but what we do know is that it'll flaunt a unique new rear camera layout and the Dare to Leap branding. Realme 8 series may also sport a glossy gradient blue color finish around the back. Moto G10 and Moto G30 could launch in India in the first week of March. The latest Moto G series mobile phones were announced globally in Europe in February. The Moto G10 and Moto G30 specifications are said to be the same as the global variants. The G10 may tout a 6.5-inch HD Plus screen, Snapdragon 460 SoC, 48-megapixel quad cameras, and a 5000 mAh battery. The Moto G30, on the other hand, could sport a 90Hz 6.5-inch HD Plus display, Snapdragon 662 SoC, 64-megapixel quad cameras, and a 5000 mAh battery with a 20-watt fast charging solution. OnePlus may launch its flagship earlier than last year. Rumors are rife that the upcoming OnePlus 9 series will be unveiled in March. There are said to be 3 models in the lineup, which will reportedly be in OnePlus 9, OnePlus 9 Pro, and OnePlus 9 Lite or 9E or 9R. The regular OnePlus 9 specifications are expected to include a full HD plus 120Hz display, Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 chipset, 8GB RAM, 65-watt fast charging support, and 48-megapixel quad cameras. OnePlus 9 Pro may sport a Quad HD Plus display with a 120Hz refresh rate, Snapdragon 888 chipset, 65-watt fast charging support, and a Hasselblad-branded camera system that includes a 48-megapixel primary sensor and a 64-megapixel wide-angle lens. As for the OnePlus 9 Lite or 9E or 9R, it may ship with a 6.5-inch 90Hz Full HD Plus display, Snapdragon 690 chipset, 64-megapixel camera, and a 5000 mAh battery. iQOO is allegedly gearing up to launch 2 new mobile phones in India, called iQOO Neo 5 and iQOO 7. These will be the first phone from the brand since the launch of iQOO 3 last year. iQOO Neo 5 and iQOO 7 Indian variants were recently spotted on Geekbench. The Neo 5 is expected to be a mid-range offering with sub-flagship Snapdragon 870 SoC under the hood, a 120Hz Full HD Plus AMOLED screen, an 8-megapixel selfie camera, Android 11, up to 12GB RAM plus 256GB storage, and 48-megapixel triple rear cameras. The iQOO 7 will be a flagship powered by Snapdragon 888 SoC. The phone is also expected to sport a 120Hz refresh rate display, 16-megapixel selfie camera, 4000 mAh battery, 120-watt fast charging solution, 48-megapixel triple rear cameras, and up to 256GB storage. Oppo Find X3 series. The flagship Oppo Find X3 series will finally see the light of the day on March 11. The series, comprising Oppo Find X3 Lite, Find X3 Neo, and Find X3 Pro, has been the subject of leaks and rumors since the start of the year. Most recently, the European price of the Oppo Find X3 series was leaked. The lineup could be priced starting around Rs 40,000. Oppo Find X3 series specifications will reportedly be headlined by Snapdragon 888 SoC and 90Hz 120Hz refresh rate display. The Find X3 Lite could be powered by Snapdragon 756G SoC and sports 64-megapixel quad rear cameras, 32-megapixel selfie sensor, 4300 mAh cell, and 65-watt charging. The Find X3 Pro is likely to employ a 50-megapixel triple rear camera setup and a slightly bigger 4300 mAh battery. Oppo Find X3 Neo specifications haven't leaked yet. That's all on this video. For further updates, please stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe and also press the bell icon.